So what up, everybody? And we're back. And you know, whenever I do these type of videos, you guys should already be starting to know what we're doing today. We're doing another unboxing, and of course I'm happy to present another banger. You guys can probably see it behind me, but today we got the 3-pack Budd Metra Bilevels. So as you guys know, Atlas had theirs first, and now the 3-pack from Rapido has arrived. I picked this up just now from Lombard Hobbies. This is the 3-pack, which includes 1 cab coach and 2 coaches. I got cab coach 798, coach 768, and coach 773. These are also lighted like the Atlas cars. So we're going to do the unboxing on video. And so they come in a box similar to Atlas's, where they have the overall box and then they're all in their individual boxes. So I'm going to start with taking, of course, the cab coach out first, since that's usually the one that everybody wants to see, since the other coaches are just trailing coaches. And so this is the unbox. This is how it looks in the box. So I picked the one. They have several different variations that Rapido did. So I picked the one with the BNSF swoosh, along with the Burlington written at the top. Now the cab coach doesn't have the Burlington at the top like the coaches do. The cab coach just has the Metras signal sign. I'm sorry, and the BNSF swoosh that's current on today's model. And like I said, this is a cab coach. These were produced by Budd, the Budd company, and I think the cab coaches were produced started in 1961. They were delivered to the Milwaukee Road, and eventually all the ones that were remaining were moved over to Burlington Northern sometime in the 80s. So maybe I should move back a little bit, probably a little bit too close. So it comes with a sticker. This looks like some type of motherboard. Comes with couplers, and it looks like fake lighting or bill. The bills decal that you could glue on, but definitely a motherboard and 2 couplers, and it looks like the bill, a bunch of bills. Also has another sticker, and it has the instructions for the lighting, cab car lighting. Put that right there since I probably need that. And then the overall insert. Then Rapido does something that's pretty exclusive to their brand. They use what's called the wand, and the wand, I guess, lights the, I'm gonna guess, the cab coach. So that's a good thing. Again, this is how it looks. A little bit different packaging from Atlas. Atlas is just goes on top. This one actually has the indentation to actually keep it snug and secure. I feel like I need a table or something because I really don't have anywhere to be putting stuff, and I just end up putting stuff on top of the layout. So I can already feel that this is a heavier car than the Atlas, which was a very beautiful model in of itself, but Rapido looks like they stepped up the game a little bit. The model is definitely a little bit, just a tad bit heavier. This is the end. It has the warning stripes. It looks like it has the lighting and the KL5 horn at the top. PTC antenna. Now, where Rapido really stepped out of the box as opposed to the Atlas is the amazing underbody detail. Wow. You can see all of the AC conduit, the fuel tank. Well, this part would have a fuel tank because it's not powered like that. It's head-end power. But you can see all of the lighting and the electrical work and electrical boxes and just all of the underbody detail that Rapido decided to put on their model, which is lacking in the Atlas model. Definitely see the AC boxes and the electrical boxes. This is the other end. It has the red snowplow. I love the front end of it. I love the BNSF swoosh on this one as well. Even the trucks are really highly detailed. If you look at it. And sorry, I'm in the garage. The lighting above me, the bulb, it's a fluorescent bulb, and those bulbs went out, and I just haven't been able to get up there and take it down because I don't know what type of bulbs it takes to order anymore. So again, this is a cab coach. Like I said, these were produced in the 60s, and many of them were transferred to BN, later BNSF, in 1995, and where they remain, many of them remain in service today. Now, with the Budd cars, you can see the window difference as opposed to the Nippon Shero cars, the fluting on the sides. The Budd cars have the 5 windows per side, plus the little small windows. And they're a lot more slimmer and narrow than the Nippon Shero. The Nippon Shero cars, they have 6 windows, but they're much larger. These are really narrow. And you can catch a lot of these on the BNSF line if you take the Metra train into Chicago every day, or reverse commute out to Aurora. Because these cars will be found on the line. Like I said, they were originally built, I think, for Milwaukee Road. But when Milwaukee Road went out of business in the 80s, they were transferred over to Rock Island and being Burlington Northern. And I'm going to pause the video so I can put it on the track. So we're back, and you can see the car on the track in front of the station. Move these stuff out the way. But I'm going to apply track power, because I read the instructions that when you apply track power, that the lights automatically are defaulted to the on position. But just really quick, it rolls really, really nice, really freely. The trucks look amazing, rolling around the curve. So these are really nicely weighted, but still lightweight enough that I'm sure the new MP36, if you want to use that, could pull 6 of these with no problem. Now, Rapido does have the CB and Q and Metra versions of the F40PH M-2 coming. Those should be here in a week or two. So those will technically pull these cars. And I'm sure, being that that's Rapido, you'll be able to pull 10 cars of these with no problem. So I'm going to turn it on. And you see the lighting. The ditch lights. The cab interior light, which to me should be off. but it's like the Atlas model. It comes on, even though you rarely ever see that light on where you see Metra rolling through. And it's a nicely green tinted hue like the prototype. And the interiors are detailed. You can see the seats and the vestibule. You can't see it because of the lighting with the phone, but you see the galley in between the seats at the top row, which holds the luggage and various items if you're sitting at the top. I definitely need to really invest in a lot of people, because I definitely want to put people in these cars to make them realistic. So I'm going to get the wand and see what the wand does. I just had it. What did I do with it? Not sure you use it. I thought you were supposed to wave it. Maybe I'm not using it right. Hold for a second again. Okay, I had it the wrong way. I had the wand the wrong way, so it goes this way. So you see that the marker lights just came on. And so the ditch lights and the headlights and the gyro light all went out. And you're supposed to wave it back here, turn these off. And there it goes. So when it's being pulled, you got the marker lights on. It's pitch black. I wonder if there's a way where you could turn the lights on but have the cab light off. Or do I need to install a decoder for that? You probably need a decoder, because they do include the functions for the decoder, Rapido do, in the instructions. Right now it's a dummy DCC plug in there. So I'm going to put the Atlas cam coach next to it so you guys can see them both up close. And then I'm also going to add a Kato coach, cam coach if I have one. I think I have one. So you can see all three of them. And so you guys now see that the Atlas cam coach is on the left and the Rapido cam coach is on the right. The Nippon Shiro has the snowplow as being silvered and the underbody detail on the Rapido is red. And you can see the trucks on both. Now granted, the Nippon Shiro on the left is more modern. Those were produced around 2004, 2005, 2006. So those are the newest ones. They're approaching 20 years of life. However, these Rapido cars, they're Budd built. They're definitely 60 years old. Produced 1961. That was 60 years ago, and they're still holding on. So that tells you the longevity and the reliability of the Budd built cars. That they're still in operation after 50 years. I'm sure when Budd built those, they never intended them to have a service life of anything over 25, 30 years. That just wasn't unheard of back in those times. But you guys can see, and let me turn the flash. You can see the differences, especially if I'm move the station out the way. And you see with the Rapido cars, also that third window on the lower left and on the right, it's accented with the white stripe around it, which I have seen on the prototype as well. It also has the yellow seals where the steps at the doors are. Let me pull the Atlas forward to see if they have that. So they actually has it as well. So pull it out so you can kind of see the differences. Not just in the model, but in the actual real life version of the cars themselves as depicted by the model. So the Atlas has the rear marker lights on. So I'm going to turn the interiors back on in both. Starting with the Atlas. So there's a delay purposely done with the decoder, because as you know, on my Atlas, I got a decoder installed in that. A lock sound, I think 58219 is the decoder that you need. And so I'm sure I'm going to be doing the same thing with this one. And so both of them have that beautiful green tint as depicted on the prototype. Seems like whenever I get over videos, I can't talk. But they both have that beautiful green tint. The interior looks a little bit better, in my opinion, on the Rapido model, as far as the seats are concerned, because those look just like the seats when I ride. On the Nippon Shiro, I felt like the seats could have been colored darker plastic, maybe a brown or a blue. Most of them are blue. And these appear to be tinted brown, or at least a darker color than the Atlas models for sure. I love the RTA sign on the Rapido model. Now I'll add a coach to each one of these. So as you can see, I've attached the trailer coach to each one of them. And as I told you guys when I first started the review with the Rapido for the coaches, it has the Burlington at the top, which I love that. I've always liked that signature script in that style that they kept at the top of the doorway. It's not found on the cab coach, but it is on the coaches. And that was one of the options that Rapido offered. They offered them in several different variations depending on what era you wanted. And I wanted it with the new BNSF swoosh with the orange letters and black swoosh with the Burlington above the door. I see that all the time. I live literally 10 minutes from the BNSF racetrack, as they call it. And I see these all the time at the LaGrange station. And that pretty much wraps up my review. What to do an unboxing. Oh, and I said I was going to put really quick a Kato car, but I'm trying to look for a cab coach. Hold on for just a second. So we have all three. We have a Kato on the left, we have the Atlas in the middle, and we have the Rapido on the right. And so the Kato was the first manufacturer to do HO cars in the modern era. I know Three Brothers and Reynolds Holgate did kits, but those are kits. Kato was really the first ones to do it. They did them in the Pullman cars. These are the Pullman with the smooth sides, and these are both the corrugated sides. The Nippon Shiro and the Budd. So Budd and Nippon Shiro did the stainless steel, and the Pullman did the painted smooth sides. These were originally painted in the RTA brown, orange, and white. And then before that, they were painted in C&W green and yellow. And so the current Metra color is that blue and gray, which is found on all of the UP lines. They're not found typically anywhere else in the system. I have seen some stored at BNSF yard one time, but I think that was more so some type of move. Maybe they were getting repaired, I'm not sure. But I've never seen the smooth-sided Pullmans on the BNSF line. And so, yep, that's it. Let me know what you guys think of the comparison between the Rapido Budd Bilevel gallery car, the Atlas Nippon Shiro Bilevel gallery car, and the Kato Pullman Bilevel gallery car. And of course the Kato doesn't have any type of decoder in it, so you see both the marker light and the headlight is on. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know others have already did this, but I wanted to get on here and do mine really quick. That's all. Take care, folks.